Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, 3-0 to go. I'm your host, Hank Forrester, coming live from down in the valley. Today we get to share the story of well-being. Yay. Sarah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Hank?
I am just, you know me.
Just living the dream.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. I love it.
After a Browns loss.
I know you're super sad about that.
I'm super sad. You see my shirt? My shirt says, win one before I die. The Cavs already did that. Okay, so now the Browns, it's your turn. Win one before I die. All right, you're up.
All right. So, Sheena's Platinum Movements is one of our sponsors. As you know, I've told you guys before, huge dance fan in our family. We love dance classes. Have you taken tap class yet?
I have not taken tap class yet. That's on the docket. We'll go with that's on the docket for in the next week or two.
There's an adult tap class that I'm going to get Hank to go to, and we are going to video.
Tuesday nights are a busy time in our life in Team Forrester, whatever you want to go with. Sheena's is located, in West Akron, right around the corner from Acme number 1. Miss Sheena, we had her on our show before. It's just a fantastic studio. They do a great job with the kids.
So you got to check that out. Also, Mobile Screen of Ohio. What is Mobile Screen of Ohio?
So they're a drug screening company. So they're perfect if you're an HR person, or if you're in someone that's responsible for managing people, and you're concerned about their safety, right? That's what they do. They focus on coming up with safety plans. They are a screening company, so they do random drug testing. They also do on-site drug testing after an accident.
Right.
So, for example, if you're on a construction site and something happens and you need those folks tested, they're your people to call.
Yeah.
And we should go over those numbers. So Sheena's number, if you want to get a hold of her, is 330-331-9430 for Sheena's, and then 330-400-6628 for Mobile Screen of Ohio. Okay.
And Custom Spray Lawn Care, also one of our sponsors, and you have
I'm also a client.
Yes, a beautiful lawn because of Custom Spray Lawn Care. I still need to become a client because
and the next thing is that they're doing they do the bug treatments.
Okay.
So they did the flea and tick one. Now it's like we're at that time where it's like time for what's it called? The little guys that walk around, the smelly bad ones. Stink bugs? Stink bugs, thank you. The smelly bad ones, okay?
Smelly bad ones.
Stink bug treatment, they offer that, okay? And you can get that, and it's a one and done treatment. But right now, I just saw the first couple, along with ladybugs, sitting, how they come in. You usually find them in the door frame, right?
Right.
So that's where they start, and then they all end up in your house, and they're flying all over the place.
So you want to call them.
Yep.
So let's give everybody their number so you can get your stink bug treatment. 330-861-5035.
Yep.
All right.
And then we got Locked in Ohio and Rage Room Ohio, both owned by the same owners. Locked in Ohio is an escape room that's located in the Portage Lakes area. And then Rage Room, if you didn't see the video, you can see me swinging gently on a wine bottle. People people criticized me for that.
They wanted you to swing harder.
Yeah, but it's like it's a wine bottle, so you're like, you don't have to swing hard. And I had a crowbar.
And you don't want it to
I'm afraid that it's going to blast back at me, right?
Sure.
So I just kind of did this little half swing and it just shattered in a million pieces, right? Okay.
You guys done a Rage Room?
Yep.
That sounds amazing.
It's a brand new concept. There's one of its kind in Ohio, and it is located in Mogadore. Okay, Rage Room, Ohio. So
just go and destroy whatever
you would literally rage out. They give you like a half hour to an hour. There's different plans available, and you can break car windshields. It's BYO breakables, BYOB. Okay.
Bring your own stuff
So
to
let's
break.
say the one lady had just gotten divorced. So she brought in her ex's television and just destroyed this TV for 10 minutes.
Hey,
It's a different kind of therapy.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was just about to say. However you got it.
Yeah, Office Mac or Office Space. Have you seen the copy? Remember the copy machine?
Game.
Okay,
Right, yep.
That's what this place does. Okay,
Wow,
330-400-2600 for them, and also the escape room. They're located in Portage Lakes. Now I can't really film the escape room, right? Because if you film it,
Then
it's like they know the clues.
Yeah.
They know the stuff.
And I haven't done this escape room, but I have done an escape room, and
Right.
they are really fun. Have you guys done one of those before? If you like mysteries and stuff like that, you basically are locked into a room. You have to be okay with that as well. And then you have to solve this mystery by a certain amount of time, or at the end of the time, if you haven't solved it, they show you how to solve it. But
Cool.
Yeah,
I've
it's fun.
actually heard about the place. Nothing
Yeah.
but good things.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then our other sponsor, and I brought it up with her. I'm like, are you okay with us covering this place? She's like, sure. She doesn't do what you guys do. So Dorothy, she runs Desert Song Massage Therapy. They're located up in Cuyahoga Falls. If you saw me get a massage 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was great and painful for me. Painful because I don't like being touched, okay? Which is why tonight she's going to be the guinea pig.
I'm excited.
All right. And then, but I did feel better for like 3 or 4 days after. And, you know, I'm in that DJ life where I'm always lifting stuff and twisting and turning. So it was amazing the insight that she had. So if you're interested in booking with her, it's 330-221-0886. You can also find her on Facebook. All right. So, and Patreon. We'll talk about the Patreon thing later. I'm going to do a state of the network address probably at the end of next week after we get some things in order. But our Patreon account is up and running now. So if you want to become a patron of the show and literally provide us funding to do our next level stuff in terms of equipment and all that, you can find our Patreon link. Okay.
Awesome.
So here we are tonight. We're at Wellbeing down in the valley. They reached out to me to cover them. They've been around for less than a year. So let's go and meet our guests tonight. We got Corey and Michelle here on the couch. So round of applause for them. I'm going sound effect free because we're in a tranquil environment.
Yeah, here we go. I like
right.
it. I like it. And
So-
Corey's the owner, and
Yes,
then
correct.
Michelle is one of the massage therapists here.
Okay, this is where I shut up. Go for it.
What? You want me to go for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, tell us a little bit about what your Akron story is, Corey, and how you ended up here in the Valley.
Yeah. So my Akron story is a while back, probably about 7 years ago. My wife and I moved into Highland Square.
Okay.
It was our first apartment together. Funny story there is I would always tell people that, you know, you're crazy if you move in or get married 6 months into knowing somebody or 3
Right.
months or whatever. But I guess when you know, you know.
Right.
So I found the right person, and
And then
yeah,
you did
6
the
months
same
into our
thing.
relationship, we got an apartment in Highland
Mhm.
Square. Loved it. Decided to take a break from there, moved to Canton because we were working there,
Okay.
and got involved in kind of the Highland Square community. So there was a lot of drinking going on. We probably needed to reel back from that for a while. So yeah, moved back down to Canton. I have a fragrance kiosk down there in Belleville Village Mall.
Okay. Nice.
And yeah, now we just bought our first home over on Fairfax, the road that the high school's on. So,
Okay.
yeah, I love Akron.
Have you lived in Akron your whole life, or?
No,
I mean,
grew-
other than that Canton time, did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Massillon, Jackson area.
Okay.
Yeah,
So came up this way a little bit.
yeah, I really like
Great.
it up here. I feel like Akron's got a little bit more diversity to it. I feel like it's got, compared to maybe some other towns or communities, a very supportive local community environment as compared to some
Yeah.
other places. So yeah, I dig it.
Well, we love Akron as well, but we also love Canton and Massillon, and that's
Sure.
part of the 330 as well.
Right.
Are you from Akron?
I do live in Akron. My parents were both from Akron. I grew up in Randolph. We were from
Randolph.
Yeah.
It's by Deerfield.
Yep.
That's where I used to go for Midwest fireworks until they closed and the place burned down.
Oh, yep, I know that place
Once a year.
Yeah, there's not much else out that direction. But,
Right.
My boyfriend and I just bought our first house in Akron last year.
Oh,
and-
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so yeah, we love Akron. Lived here forever. It's such a
Mhm.
great area, great music scene, great athletes. You know, I love Akron.
How did you become a massage therapist? What got you interested in that?
Actually, I've just always really been into holistic health. My mom's an herbalist, and so I grew up really into herbalism and plant-based wellness. And so I actually started my own like herbal skincare products business when I was in high school. It was a really small hobbyist thing, but that led me into massage therapy, and I love it more every day. So.
Cool. Do you still do that business on the side, or you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. I have a 3-year-old, so I took a break from that when I had her. But now that she's older, I'm trying to kind of grind
Venture
out
back
again.
in.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, kids can do that too. Make you put things to the
Little
side
bit.
for a little bit.
A little bit.
Can you relate? A little bit.
Four times. I can
Four
relate.
times you can relate, yes. And I have too, so I can relate too. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your journey to get here.
Mhm.
I asked you a little bit about about that, but tell us a little bit more about the journey and what brought you to open a massage studio.
Yeah, so there's multiple different reasons for it, but as I alluded to earlier, the retail space that I own in Canton, I've been in retail for as long as I've been a mall rat. I've worked in malls since I could work in 16. First job was Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
In the food court, and so I've been doing that for a while. And obviously malls are getting more difficult. The retail space is getting more difficult.
Right.
So I knew coming up here, I had to figure something else out. And one of the biggest life changes for me most recently took place next door here at Big Tree Fitness. Just beyond being exposed to what that physical regimen can do for your body and your mind, and really starting to believe in myself as far as physicality and just confidence-wise. We found a community over there.
Oh, nice.
I think for adults, it's hard sometimes to beyond outside of college and high school. Once you pass those kind of barrier, those milestones in your life,
right?
It's hard to make genuine friends. And so for the first time here, we were in an environment where we're making those genuine connections again, and making what I think will be lifelong friends. I hope will be lifelong friends. So just what it showed me as far as what the body is capable of, how I can feel, and the community, and having to figure something else out to do. They had some vacant spaces, a new landlord came in, opportunity arose. So I started brainstorming on what I could do, and got down the pipeline and decided a massage studio would be appropriate. And the whole idea is well-being. It's a commitment to not only my own well-being and my journey with the gym and all of that,
right?
But I want to help be a part of that community, to bring that to other people.
It probably works really well with like the fitness community next door, and then this kind of goes along with it, right?
Yeah, very supportive.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a yin and yang. We
For sure.
love to have more health and wellness businesses down here in the Valley. I know Second Soul is fantastic. They've helped us a lot, I think, just from word of mouth, and I know they have quite a following. I mean, with the whole Akron thing that they've built, it's amazing what they do. Customer service, top notch, really impressive. So really glad to have them down here.
Yeah.
I did a brief story on them. They work with Running to Be Well, if you know Keith by any chance.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, Keith. So Keith has a group of folks that they actually run the trails. They're all like recovering from something, whether it be alcoholism or opiate addiction or depression or whatever it is, right? So their community is based through Second Soul, and they meet there. I think it's every Monday night they run, and they meet there. They have a little meeting, and then they go hit the trails together, and they all stay together.
Awesome.
That's
And then
great.
they do a 5K called the Buzzard Beach Run, which is over at I think it's Silver Springs or whatever that the Metro Park is toward the Stowe area. And they had me DJ. They asked me to DJ this year, so I kind of got to know them a little bit. And it's like everybody's got a different reason, but they're all wanting to be well, right? And it was interesting to tap into that community. It kind of goes with what you're saying.
That's huge I think we see it over in the gym too, I mean, for people that have addiction issues or, that mental piece, those mental struggles. Yeah.
Replacing the addiction with a positive addiction.
Yeah.
Your health or.
Yeah.
Or
So that's close to
yeah.
the heart for me.
Yeah,
I dig that.
absolutely.
I like to see
Yep.
people coming out of that and taking that habit and that thought pattern, from a negative place to a positive. I think that's really cool.
Yep.
So let's go into what services you offer here. It looks like you offer quite a bit of different services. So go ahead and
the
let's share a
fun
little
thing
bit
about being local and being hands-on is things can change all the time, right? So
right.
we don't follow a corporate model. We're not franchise or anything, so we can really, if you would have asked me when we started if we'd be looking at doing things like cupping therapy, which we're going to be starting here pretty soon.
Really.
Reiki, Chine Song, which is this internal abdominal massage. It works on your internal organs to kind of help get everything balanced and in the right place again, to help detoxify the body.
Okay.
can be very emotionally cleansing as well. But yeah, I never would have thought that. I thought,
Right.
when I started, okay, we're
Mhm.
sticking with the standard.
Basic
we're doing
stuff,
massage, a little hot stone, and it's really growing and evolving every day. It's exciting. So our standard service, we call it a customized massage.
Okay.
The reason we call it that is because it's customized to your needs and preferences, and that's covered under the same price point. So some places you might go in a relaxation massage, lighter pressure, might be one price, usually the lowest price of whatever the service offering is, and then there'll be a deep tissue or sports therapy massage that will usually be a higher price.
Right.
We cover that full spectrum in our customized massage service. So it's whatever you're looking for. Do you want a full body? Do you want just to focus on the upper? You choose. It's all up to you, and any pressure in between. And then, well, I know we're going to talk about it later, but our CBD massage has been a big hit for us too.
Yeah, we can talk about it right now. So yeah,
Sure.
do you want to talk a little bit about that, the CBD massage?
And I gotta tell you, I'm totally ignorant to this whole thing. Okay, so I was keen on making this an actual topic, all right, because right after we got big, like when we blew up about 2 or 3 months ago. So for those of you that don't know our story, we've been grinding at this thing for about 2 years, and then we covered that shooting in West Akron, and the network just went, all right. Well, immediately, people started reaching out to cover stories, and one lady was like all up on me, like, you got to do a story on CBD. I do this and I do that, and it's going to take over the world, and everybody's going to be using it. If you don't cover it now, you're missing the boat. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So enlighten me.
Yes, tell us about it.
So CBD is a cannabidiol. It comes from the cannabis plant. There's no psychoactive compounds in it. No THC. If a lot of people worry about that, it's going to get them high, or it's going to show up on a drug test. But we use the not full spectrum.
CBD isolate.
CBD
So you'll
isolate,
see a lot of
yeah.
full spectrum products out there which contain small traces of THC. Ours is a CBD isolate product that we use that contains no traces of THC. So as she said, drug tests, anything like that,
Right.
no worries. I say that because it's a common question we get.
Right.
People
No,
go
that's
in.
great.
Educationally, so I understand, THC is the drug component of marijuana that gets
Right.
you high.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay, so this is missing that.
It has none of that.
And but there are CBD oils out there that you're alluding to that do still have some of it.
Traces of it.
Yeah, the full spectrum is made from the whole plant, so there are small amounts of it, but it's still not like a psychoactive amount. It's not going to really register on drug tests, but there are traces in it.
For those of you that are listening live right now and you hear that rumble, you can actually feel it because I got the mics up high. That's a train going by. So
I love that.
the tracks are right back here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I actually picked it up on the audio.
It's
Yeah,
pretty,
you can feel it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So from that standpoint, then, what are the legalities in terms of the oil?
So interesting story there.
Okay.
So we didn't start with CBD massage, and then was one of the first additions to our basic menu that I really wanted to do, and there was a lot of gray area as far as it went, and it was hard to get an answer. Is this okay? Is this not okay? So we decided to go for it. We decided to start offering it and doing the service, and then turns out not too long ago we got approached by the Ohio Medical Board. A gentleman came in and told us that it's not legal and that we had to stop doing what we were doing. So we did,
Okay.
I mean, we want to do everything
By the book, sure.
obviously,
Mhm.
But yeah, he had explained the Senate bill that was going through had not been signed by the governor yet. So
Okay.
basically, the legislation was out there. I want to say, off the top of my head, Senate. I could be completely wrong. Senate Bill 520, maybe something like that.
Not 420.
Yeah, not 420. Right? Yeah. Smart move.
But
Smart move. Yeah, it would have been a slower pass on that one. Yeah. Yeah. So we got approached, stopped what we were doing, and then literally, I think it was 5 days later, it got signed and passed. So
Okay, so then you could pick it back up right
yeah,
after that.
so it was all good. And I mean, really, a silly thing in my opinion, just one of those red tape things. I mean, there's no reason, it doesn't have a psychoactive effect. There's no negative consequences or side effects, to be shown to research to this point. This is the one thing I will say is nothing.
It's newer research.
It's newer. There's not 100% medical claim backup out there by anyone on it. There's much more research that needs to be done on cannabis as a whole in general. I mean, there's other cannabinoids that are in the plant, CBG, CBD, CBQI,
Okay.
that
I
need
didn't
to be
even know that,
explored
yeah.
more. Yeah, that have these different benefits to it. And just to go in a little bit of background on CBD for some of those who are unfamiliar with it, the whole medical conversation of where we're at now in this country, with it being recreational or being medical in some states, the first buzzworthy piece of news was this Charlotte's Web strand of marijuana that came out, with the famous case of this girl, younger girl, who I believe had cerebral palsy or was suffering from seizures, something along those lines, and she had access to this Charlotte's Web strand, which the Charlotte's Web strand is almost a purely CBD strand. It has a little bit of THC. I want to say somewhere between 0.03 to 0.08%. And this was the first thing to really put the whole marijuana conversation medically on the map, and it all started from that CBD strand. So, in my opinion, most and a lot of the medical benefit is coming from that CBD component itself. There is the entourage effect that they talk about, which the entourage effect is how THC works with cannabinoid CBD together to kind of create this synergy that can give some added medical benefits. But there again, there needs to be more research, and there's terpenes in cannabis as well, which are like almost like flavor profiles or scent. It's the kind of element of, like, you might have a citrus terpene or a mint terpene or something, and these things can have different benefits as well, and then combine all the different things and move them around, put this with that and this with that. There's just so much more that needs to be done. But I can tell you from just in our studio, from seeing some people who come in with chronic pain, especially, they have told us it makes a difference and makes a major impact in their life. So
yeah, I have heard that. I've heard that it that I have friends that use it for anxiety, just the CBD, and that it's made a huge difference, or even like for anxiety for their kids, it's been like prescribed by even by a counselor or a pet. Yeah, so I don't know tons about it. I researched it a little bit, knowing I was coming here today, and yeah, that's kind of things that I found out about it. So
did you get all that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I apologize.
There's
No,
much
that's fine.
information.
It's a vast.
It is vast.
You could
It
go
is.
for another hour, and you're still barely touching.
Sure.
the surface,
Yeah,
because-
we could do a whole 2-hour show.
because it's all newer stuff, right? So, pricing wise, where do you guys fall, like in the spectrum? Just typical normal.
I would like to say we've fallen a pretty affordable spectrum.
Middle of the road.
I mean, part of
Okay.
the idea when doing this was to make well-being accessible to the community. So we want to keep our price points competitive and at that accessible place.
Can people find that all online right now?
Yeah, you go to wellbeingakron.com.
Okay.
Our menu's up there. There's tons of information on all of our services and pricing. Yeah,
Great.
one of the things that I kind of pride myself on, or that we do here, is we don't do memberships, right? Because I don't want to lock people into that obligation or be that contract or bill for anybody, But we do offer packages if it's something that you want to make a regular part of your lifestyle. And basically, the way that works is the more massages you buy up front, the more you save.
Get a discount.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready. We're gonna take a tour.
We're gonna take a tour and whatever Michelle wants to
Yeah.
dive into
Whatever
with
you
you.
want to dive into, yeah.
I'm ready.
Do you want to start on the chair here first?
All right.
Sure.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna move the camera, folks. I'm gonna unplug. As soon as I unplug, you should be hearing me now through the phone, hopefully. So if you're out there watching, go ahead and say hey, that you can hear me still. In the meantime, I do want to show you Venus. So here's Venus.
Venus.
So Venus is the mascot. She's the model out front.
Very nice.
And her shirt says Hasquata Matata. It means nice booty. So they do have those for sale and available. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of go over here and you guys take it away.
Put my hand.
Is that a good height for you? Is it comfortable?
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's gonna be a little bit high, but I can make it work.
Adjust it.
Yeah, feel free. Maybe a touch. I'm shorter than I look. I got heels on.
I've never done the chair. I did. She had one over at the other place, and we did the whole flat mat thing
Yeah.
instead. So chair thing's new for me. Folks, if you're watching right now, just hit those buttons and let me know that you can hear okay.
Adjustment here.
I can totally live with it too if it's not right now. It's not a big deal.
As you guys are doing that, I'm just going to briefly look around.
Sure.
Excited.
We've got some shampoo. We got some soaps here. Got some clothing available for purchase. What's all this stuff over here, Corey, on the shelves?
Yeah, so, we'd like to grow and expand our health store as well.
Okay.
One of the things from the gym, obviously, that was most logical is nutritional supplements.
Okay.
So trying to simplify the world of nutritional supplements, just for example, if you go to like a GNC or a big box store, there's tons of options, tons. It's overwhelming. It's protein, but it's 18 different brands of protein, and same for most supplements.
Okay.
So here we really narrow it down to two that we firmly believe are the best, cleanest, most straightforward on the market. No
Okay.
additives, no preservatives, no artificial dyes. When you're taking a pre-workout, for example, there's no reason your pre-workout should be a bright, vibrant blue. Why does it have to be bright, vibrant blue?
Right.
We're not kids drinking Kool-Aid. You
Okay.
know what I mean? We're doing this for a reason, taking it to help our performance and to help our bodies. So artificial dye is unnecessary. So none of these are going to have anything like that. The Aura Organics line, phenomenal company, is all whole foods based vegan nutrition supplements.
Okay.
And number one thing is we always recommend to get as much as your health benefits, your nutrients, your vitamins, your minerals from a whole foods diet. That's the best way to absorb that into your body always. But we live a busy lifestyle, so supplements fill in the gap.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to scoot on over here. All right, so what are we going to be doing now?
Let's do a quick chair massage to show you guys the CBD balm and oil. We have both the balm and oil here. So for the oil, we generally use that throughout the whole massage, the full body. It really helps relieve the pain. Those cannabinoid receptors help shut up the pain response, so you can really facilitate healing. But with the balm, generally just apply that towards the end of the session. It has a lidocaine and a few other ingredients in it, so it's more of a spot treatment. But
Okay.
It's not in the oil.
You just do whatever you're going to do naturally, and I'll just move the camera to accommodate you. Just kind of talk us through what you're doing.
Start with some compressions to really loosen the tissues. The chair massages are pretty basic and generally just focused on upper body and relieving the neck and shoulder tension.
Are you cozy?
I'm cozy.
Does it feel
I'm
good?
happy. Yes.
You're in a happy
Feels
place,
really
right?
good.
In a happy place right
In a
now?
happy place.
See the benefits of being part of this network?
Yes.
I think I did have a chair massage once. It was at like a conference. You know how they do it?
Right.
You know how they do it at the conference where it's like one of the things they got them like set up. And it was like brutal. it was like you could tell they were trying to get like them done in like 3 minutes each. Like sit down, you know. It was like
Hurry up.
crank, rat, rat. All right, you're done.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some practitioners go pretty hard on the chair massage.
Yep.
It's very relaxing. And I mean, what would you say if someone has never had a massage before and maybe just wants to like be introduced to massage? This might be a good option for them, right?
Oh, definitely. Because you're fully clothed the whole time.
Right.
There's none of that anxiety. It's a good introduction just to, just the touch of massage. Got a full commitment.
Right. Maybe just try it out and see if they
Yeah.
feel comfortable with it. Yeah.
Good if you're in a hurry too.
Yeah.
We have some people come on their lunch breaks and
Okay.
Yeah.
So these can be shorter.
they're
how long are
shorter
these
offered services, so
usually?
10, 20, 30, and 40 minutes.
Oh, great.
Okay.
That's where all of our table services. It's 30 minutes for some services, 60 minutes, 90, and 120.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really cool service to have this for lunch breaks and such.
Well,
Yeah.
especially where you're located. I mean, being down here in the valley, you got a mix of people that live here and also people that work here as well, right? And it's all like right here,
Yeah, absolutely.
like 3 minute drive from you.
Yeah, it's a great area. I love it.
Whatever you need.
So one thing I wanted to point out here why Michelle uses this balm, she was talking about that it has that menthol and lidocaine in there. The balm does. The oil does not. So the balm is going to give you more of a cooling, numbing sensation if you've ever used something like BioFreeze or
Right.
Deep
Yeah, I
Blue
have
or
used that.
something like that. So you're probably feeling that now, Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, that feels great.
So yeah, that's just going to further help with just kind of relaxing those muscles, that muscle tension, and numbing some of that pain. So it's kind of a double dose of that with the CBD and with the menthol and lidocaine.
Okay. And we don't have to go into the back. How many rooms do you have?
Sure. Yeah, we have 4 studio rooms. So a small studio, which is nice because that allows us to keep everything personable and keep that community feel, which even as we grow, that's one thing I really want to maintain.
And I have used massage therapy before, quite a bit because I used to be a figure skater
Oh, wow.
and have like residual back and neck pain from it.
Sure. Oh, gosh, with those movements.
Yeah, so I'm sure that you can probably even feel some of that because I've been feeling like I actually needed a massage lately. So
Everyone needs
Yes.
a massage all the time.
some of that stuff does flare back up for me. So I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have, I don't know, sports that you played in high school or college that you have residual pain from too.
My body's a mess.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
I started playing soccer at 6 years old.
Okay.
So I had pneumonia twice as a kid. All right, and so they prescribed me. They wanted to get me in some sort of an instrument where I had to, exhale a lot. So I played the saxophone.
Okay.
And then sport-wise, they wanted me in something, but I was small. So my mom put me in soccer instead of football. So I started playing when I was 6. And I played up until around the time I was 42.
Oh,
And
wow.
I played at Hoban, and I played collegially at Ashland University. And like when I get out of bed in the morning, it sounds like Rice Krispies. Like it's,
Well,
you know, and plus I DJ, and I've been doing that 25 years, lifting everything, right? So my body's a mess.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is kind of the point, you know, is to say that's why we suggest, you know, once a month for everybody. You know,
Right.
You know, I promise you, we're not trying to push anything out of just from purely a money standpoint. That's why we don't do the memberships. You know, we want to make sure that our intentions are true and come across to everybody. But that's the main point, is massage therapy is such a powerful preventative medicine.
When I did have the one, I felt good for about like 3 or 4 days, but then I DJ'd that weekend. And she had mentioned to me, she said, drink a lot of water after a massage. Because I guess it releases toxins all over the place, and now they're all flowing everywhere. So you gotta like cleanse it all out, right? I would have never thought that.
Yeah.
I would have never
And
thought
if you
that.
don't drink a lot of water after your massage, you will notice.
Okay.
Yeah, you will notice.
Okay.
Especially if you do the opposite, maybe some alcohol and
Okay.
dehydrate a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, hydration is a big important key. Big important key. But yeah, you know, if we took those preventative means, you know, instead of waiting after those years of all that playing soccer, DJing, and then going, oh wow,
Right.
you know, okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, your body is your temple, and it's like you got to maintain it. And
Right.
one of the things that we're all guilty of, I think, in society these days is we get so caught up in the rat race that we don't take time for ourselves.
100%.
We don't set aside and specifically say, okay, well, I need to make sure that my body's taken care of. Especially for, I mean, we're all perfect examples. We got kids, you know. I got 4 kids in 4 different schools, all in activities. So it's like there's no what's me time. I never heard of that.
Right.
Well, and I'm sure you guys will agree too, it's important to think about these preventative things before you're spending all kinds of money on something that you injure yourself or, you know, whatnot. Like, put the money in before,
Yeah.
you know, in things like this, in your health, so that you're not spending the money later.
Can we get you
on an injury?
Can we get you out of that chair? You're just gonna sleep in there.
If they're ready for me
You're
to get
done.
out, yeah. Right.
She's just like,
I'm
yeah,
just
I'm
waiting.
cozy. I'm good. All right, so go ahead and take a seat, and we'll wrap up here, guys. But that was pretty cool. But yeah, and again, though, that was neat because you get to see like it happening, but also we get to talk it out and to experience it, right? It's like, hey, this is what's happening, and this is why. And let me get where I was so I can get all the sponsor phone numbers in there. See that? See that? All right, I'm gonna plug this back in. Folks, if you're listening out there, you're gonna hear a cord attach, and hopefully, I need somebody to hit a thumb, hit a like for us that we know that worked and that we're reattached now.
Let's see, anybody?
There we go. All right, so yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You feel better?
Really cool for me. I got the massage, so it was really cool for me. But,
All right, cool.
Guys,
So go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what are your future plans
There you go.
with this place?
Just
I mean, continuing on the journey.
we want to continue growing our business, obviously, and message and get more involved in the community as, you know, things become more comfortable on the business side. Obviously, that allows us to do more, you know. But one thing I wanted to talk about was our community initiative.
Yeah, definitely.
That we started with. I want to do so much more to get out there and make an impact and really put well-being out in the community. So much of this is based on community. That's a core value to us. So one of the first things that we're doing to kind of get a steam rolling in that direction is working with Hope Soap Ohio and the Love Truck, which Nathan Walden owns his flagship store in Cuyahoga Falls. Long story short for him is basically he has his own plant-based handmade skincare and body care products.
Which I've used before and really, really love. I've used both a moisturizer and a face wash, and they're amazing.
Yeah,
really,
the
really great
quality
products.
really is there.
Yeah.
Or else we wouldn't work with it,
Mhm.
either. So, but yeah, every product that he sells is a handmade bar of soap that goes to the Akron homeless community. He does a hot meal for the homeless every last Saturday of the month. He used to do more, but just trying to operate Hope Soap along with the nonprofit Love Truck, his time has become a little more limited. I know he works a full-time job as well. And so a couple things that we're doing here in the studio to try to help them is, one, a promotion that will always run if you ever want to come to our studio is if you bring 2 non-perishable food items, you get $10 off your appointment. That's always
wow.
running. You can do it every single time you
amazing.
come. So my hope is that that message gets out there.
Mhm.
It becomes so much a part of our brand and what we're doing that it's more regular that people are always coming
People
down with
always
a food
bring it.
item as opposed to
Mhm.
not. So I'd like to get there. Another thing we're doing is we're doing the Give Hope foot scrubs. So we have a foot scrub add-on service.
Okay.
That's $10, and out of that $10, $2 goes directly towards the Love Truck. Obviously, we sell the Hope Soap product in store
Yeah.
here as well. So once again,
You can come and
every
buy
product
it
sold
and-
over there
yeah.
is a bar of soap.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
then one of the things our therapists always recommend after a session is, working with a foam roller or massage balls.
Mhm.
So we just ordered a bunch of massage balls, and we're gonna have those for sale up front as well. And then $2 of every massage ball sold is gonna go to the Love Truck as well. So we're really trying to get creative and figure out ways to help Nathan get some momentum and supports. And it's, like I said, a commitment to our community initiative.
community,
And
yeah.
We just want to do more as we grow and go down our path. So that's one of our goals. But yeah, expanding would be nice at some point too.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah.
That's great. You guys have only been here what?
9 months, yeah.
9
We're,
months. So
the beginning of our journey.
you don't
really.
have to expand quite yet. You
Right.
can, but in the future, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Hope Soap, definitely do that. And you can come here to check it out too, for sure. So it's a really cool company. I appreciate what they're doing. You guys have any closing thoughts? Anything else you wanted to share?
Just that massage is super important. Just for basic self-care. That even if you can't make it down to get a massage, like he was saying, the massage balls and foam rollers, they are amazing tools, and it's really essential that you take care of yourself and that you preserve that well-being, what we're all about here. But I just think massage is an amazing, powerful healing tool, and I want to educate people more about it. And that's great, get people more aware of the powers of massage.
Yeah, I think we both love to ramble
Covered
on
it
about
all,
it.
yeah.
There's so much to be said. I know
Right.
you're trying to just condense it down to okay here, but yeah, preventative medicine.
Yeah, prevention.
I can't express it enough.
Yeah.
And try. I mean, it's amazing. It really can be. I've had days where I've gotten a massage and I carry so much stress and tension in my back, and I walk out and I go, why? What was I even stressed about?
Mhm.
And it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It just kind of helps rebalance. It keeps your mind right. It's fuel for your body.
Yeah, I think
It's
sometimes
important.
we don't even realize how much we hold in our bodies until we have something like a massage, and then we're like, oh my gosh, I feel so much more
Yeah.
relaxed. I didn't even realize my amount of stress I was holding. So definitely, I'm really glad you guys are here, and want to encourage everybody
Glad to be
viewing
here.
to really check out Wellbeing and get a massage. And give it a try. Try the chair massage if you have never tried massage before and are a little bit nervous about it.
It's like a grab and go massage.
Yeah,
That's a
just
great
to
introduction.
try it as an intro. I'm sure you'll want to come back for the longer ones.
Yeah. Well, guys, we really appreciate you having us and allowing us to help share your story and your vision. Thanks so much for having us today.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you coming down.
Again, if you're looking for where they're located, they're in the strip down in the valley on Merriman, right down in the same location where Arche is. Everybody knows the brewery. All right, so right.
It's always my reference
Yeah.
point too.
Just go to Arche and keep
Arche's
going
fine.
200
Yeah.
yards. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so tonight I'm going to post our second big Acme card giveaway rules.
Sweet.
I'm thinking we need reviews. We don't got a lot of reviews on our page.
Okay.
So I'm
I'm gonna
thinking
make it about reviews.
they'll like the post, give us a review, and then share it to their timeline.
Okay.
And that's
Is
it.
it?
$100 Acme gift
$100
card.
again.
Another
Okay,
$100
cool.
Acme gift card.
People get excited about
They
$100
do. They
Acme.
do. So another $100 going out.
It's a lot of grocery money, right?
You got a review coming your way.
see, and you
I
get
love it.
registered. But again, make sure you tune in on Wednesday.
Yeah. What do you get to do Wednesday? It's cool.
So I'm in the row with the Akron Press Club. Yay!
Woo.
All right. So we're not big time yet, but we're starting to grow, right?
Medium time.
Yeah, we're medium time. Well, and the thing is, so we're going to be broadcasting live the Akron mayoral debate between Mayor Horrigan, our current mayor, and Josh Shines, who's coming after him.
Yeah, running against
And
him.
he's the owner of Bob's Hamburg, and I covered him a couple weeks ago, right? They had the 10 cent
I want
burger
to go
day.
there so bad, and I've literally showed up at times when they're not open. Have you guys been to Bob's Hamburg?
I was just gonna. Where's it at?
It's in Kenmore.
It's in
It's on East-
Kenmore. It's been open since 19.
It's like 100 and some years old.
Something.
It's so old,
Like,
and it's just
so
if you
old.
look at it, you're like, I am not
Yeah.
going in there to get
You
food.
have to go,
You
though.
look at it, you're like, there's no way that's a food place. Okay,
Uh-huh.
just a really
It's this-
old
it's this
diner
big,
that's about
too.
that big. Okay, and yes, you're getting all kinds of free press right now.
I know.
Signs, okay. But they did the deal where they did 10-cent burgers. They sold 800 of them. Like, people were out, they had a DJ, they had a guy playing music, and then the line was down the block.
Was that how much they cost when they opened? Is that why they did
Yes.
that? Okay,
It was,
I
it was
assume
the
that.
turn back the clock.
Yeah.
Point being, I'm going to be live covering the mayoral debate. Not sure quite how I'm going to do it yet. If I'm going to have mics up there with them, with the 330 to go mics, or if I'll just go with the phone. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that quite yet. But NPR is going to be there alongside me, but their broadcast is going to be a standard TV where they record it and then they play it later. We're going to be the only live coverage of the Akron mayoral debate. All right. So make sure you tune in. It's Wednesday. It's at like noon, 1 o'clock, right in that time frame, but I'll pub it before then. So that'll be fun. And then I can't remember what I'm doing after that next week or the week after. I'm not looking
show up
past the
somewhere.
mayoral debate right now. That's our big thing. But until then, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you tuning in. As standard, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense of being late. You guys join me and say goodnight, Shirley.
Good night, Shirley.
Good night, Shirley.
This podcast is a copyright of Moon Garden Media Limited.
Oh, this a lot of peanut butter.